Hello, hello everybody. Let me make sure my audio is up. Welcome in the room, welcome. Welcome everybody. Hey y'all, hey. Thank y'all for coming by. I'm so excited about tonight. I'm excited. Okay, y'all, so welcome to Tell Me Something Good. We're gonna talk about the new year. If you've been following me for a while, then you know I have been doing my 2023 readings, which last year I was doing like the full 12-month thing. This year I decided to do 6 months at a time. So clients have been booking me to do these 6-month readings where we have been looking at the themes for the year collectively. We've been looking, like shining in on what themes are important for you. And then we've been looking at what's going on in each month from January to June. And so it's been so illuminating, not only for the clients, but for myself as well. And so I'm always about being accessible. I'm always about being here for the community. And so I was like, I want to be able to do something for those who may not have the funds to book that particular reading, but you just need something. You know, sometimes the full reading is out of reach. And also know this, if you feel like any of my services are out of reach, like hit me up, y'all. DM me, email me. Let's talk about it, because it might not be out of reach for you. Like, especially if you're Black, like I make myself accessible for Black folk. So let's work that out. But I wanted to do this. This is one of the ways that I want to make myself available for my community, because 2022 was a year, right? I think we can all agree that 2022 was a year. 2022 had the energy of the 6. 2 plus 0 plus 2 plus 2. And so if you are following within the tarot, which is what I do, it was the year of the Lovers. It was the year of the Lovers. Now I'm going to look through my deck and see if I can find it while I'm talking. I probably won't. But the Lovers speaks to us about community. It's very much so a community card. I know a lot of people love to see the Lovers card because, you know, it gives this energy of, you know, romance being like all the things, right? And it can mean that. It can mean love in that way. But it also speaks about choice. It also speaks about agency. It also speaks about the ways in which you are learning to speak up and show up for yourself. And so, as that is happening, especially in this year that we are filtering out of, that has caused some rifts for some of us, because we're trying to figure out where we fit. We're trying to figure out where we belong. We're trying to find out, like, what does it mean to belong to ourselves? What does it mean to actually believe in ourselves enough to speak up about what we're feeling, what we're experiencing, not only in our communities, but in our own like personal relationship with ourselves, right? And so like, here it is, the Lovers. So this is the Lovers card. I'm using the Afro Goddess deck, but this is the Lover card. So like, they're real juicy and yummy. They loving all on each other, right? And so we know though, that when it comes to community, it's not always like this. It's not always like this. But what does it look like for us to try to align ourselves and align our communities in such a way where we can find that balance and that harmony? So like, that was a major thing for a lot of us. So a lot of us lost friends this year. A lot of us lost connections this year. A lot of us became more aware of, how do I say this sweetly? We began to notice patterns in folks that helped us to say, you know, I think this is where we part ways. In other words, it was very illuminating. It was very illuminating. We started to see patterns. We started to see things within ourselves, within, like I said, within other people. And we then had to sit with that choice, right? Like, okay, so now what do I do with this information? What do I do with what I know now? And so the Lovers card is ruled by Gemini. I'm not an astro girl. I'm not an astro girl. I'm gonna preface it with that. But what I do know about Gemini is that it's air energy. And so this is what my teacher, J.T. Perry, teaches about the mind and the mouth. That is for the swords in the tarot, but also just air energy. We're talking about communications. We're talking about those types of things. And so we had to make up in our minds, like once we were presented with new information, we had to make up in our minds what we're going to do about it. And so that was like what we're coming out of, right? So we're filtering out of this year and we're moving now into 2023, which is 2 plus 0 plus 2 plus 3 is 7. We're entering into the energy of the 7. And that's beautiful because that means we are in the year of the Chariot. So the Chariot is all about forward momentum. It's about that focus. It's about picking up steam, right? And so what I'm thinking or what I'm feeling is that a lot of us, when it comes to like relationships with the self, with the divine, with the ancestors, and with others, we have learned a lot in 2022. And so now we are ready to move from what has been comfortable, from what has been established, into something brand new, into something that's calling to us. We are now being infused with energy and the courage to go forward. And so I love that for us. Like 7 is such a beautiful number. Because it's all about perspective. 7 is also the number of, listen, Jesus people love 7s, right? Because it's like favor and blessings and good and all that goodness. Like my parents love 777. Like that's like the thing, right? So 7s are also about spiritual alignment, divine alignment. And so as we are setting out on this journey, the Chariot is also speaking about exploration and play and moving away from those things that were like, okay, well, I'm trying to, like, I was in the year of the lovers, I was like trying things out. I was using my voice. I was doing all these types of things. And now it's time for me to actually take the voice that I have amplified in 2022 and now set forward, go on this path. What's beautiful about this card, I love this particular depiction of the Chariot because we see this person who has like this desert on one side, there's the city on the other side. And what's consistent, even though they're traveling from place to place and moving from scene to scene, what's consistent is this stream. And so for me, this is saying that no matter where we find ourselves in 2023, we must stay connected to source. Where is the water for you? Where is that stream? Where is that source of nourishment? Can you locate it? No matter where you find yourself, can you locate it? Because in the year of the lovers, we talked about agency, speaking up for yourself. So we cannot move away from even the difficulties in the year of the lovers. We have to take those lessons and integrate because we're going to need that. In another deck that I have, the Chariot is depicted as, it's like a person on a camel. They're in the desert and it's called nomad. And I really like that because it speaks about like someone who doesn't have a home. So that means now, as we have come through the lovers, we are a lot more clear about the people we want to be in our lives, right? We're more clear about the standing, where we want to be, how we want to show up, right? And so now we are looking for home. We're journeying home. We're journeying to belonging. So whether that's in your career, whether that's in your relationships, whether that's just in your spiritual journey, we are all looking for that belonging now. And it's not in this place where we've been comfortable. It's not within that one container. It's now in a place where we are moving forward with this passion, with this focus. So what's important too about 7s is that it can also speak to us about deception. And so we have to be mindful as we leave, which is why it's so important to stay connected to source. Because as we go, as we move forward, sometimes the Chariot has this tendency to just say, okay, I got my tools, I got my people, I got my spirits, I'm gonna hop in this Chariot, I'm gonna go. The only issue with that is that it sometimes we got to check in. We got to make sure we know where we're going. We got to make sure we have direction. We got to make sure that we have plugged in the coordinates to the GPS before we start driving. I always laugh at my husband because a lot of times he'll hop in the car and he'll start just driving somewhere. And I'm like, do you know where we're going? Like, we're going someplace we've never been. Do you know which direction to go? Do you know if we need to go north or south, east or west? And he's like, nah, I just hop in the car just like on autopilot. And sometimes that's what we do. And so what's going to be important about 2023 is that we are allowing ourselves to stay connected so that we can receive the coordinates. Why is it important? Because sometimes, even if you use your GPS, if there is a delay, if there's a traffic jam, if there's something that has happened, your GPS can say, oh, you were going this way, but I need you to course correct. I need you to move somewhere else. I need you to go to this other direction. You're still going to get where you need to go, and you got to make some changes. You have to be fluid, which is why I appreciate the water in this card. You still have to be fluid. You still have to be sensitive to spirit, sensitive, integrating those lessons, right? I see some people talking about destination. And so, yes, it is about destination, but something, and this is probably my churchy spirits. I know it's my churchy spirits because sometimes for some people, destination helps, right? If you're like type A and you're like, I need to know exactly where I'm going so I can know I'm getting there. For some people, that can actually cause anxiety. So I want to tell you, like the church people tell me and how I grew up. Rather, if you're a person where you think about the end result and the end goal, and you're like, the vision board thing stresses you out, and all these types of goals and things are stressing you out, think about this. Can we talk about going from glory to glory? Can we talk about going from glory to glory? That means that what's beautiful about this depiction of the chariot, this person is in the middle. They're in the liminal space. They're in between one place and another. And so the chariot is really about the journey. And so, yes, you're going to make it. Yes, you're going to get there. Know that though, if you're looking around and you're like, this is not what I prayed for. Don't worry. Keep going because you're still heading to glory. If you're looking around and it's like, wait a minute. The people that started in this journey with me, they're not with me right now. So does that mean I need to go back? Did I? No, you're in the middle. You got to keep going from glory to glory. So if it's not looking just quite right yet, my encouragement to you is to remember throughout this next year coming up, if you are in the middle of the liminal space, know that that means that you are still in transit. You are moving from glory to glory. Glory to glory. And know that glory does not always mean the mountaintop. The glory could be you had to stop in the middle of your journey to find that water, to locate your body, to feel how you feel your feelings. That's the glory. You had to stop and say, wait, I'm out of gas. I got to fill up. Let that be your glory. Let that be your glory. It doesn't have to be, oh, I reached this high, like thing that I wanted for myself, this dream. I got the relationship. I got the promotion. I got all the things. I went through the initiation. I did all these things. That's good because that is glory. But I want you to find glory even in those small moments by yourself. That is also glory. And so I find that it helps me if I'm not thinking about destination so much, because the chariot does do that. Know that we're all operating in the year of the chariot. So we're all going to be focused. We're all going to be like, yes, I want to move here. I want to do this thing. So yeah, there's going to be some people moving this year. You're going to be moving. You're going to be traveling. You're going to be doing the things. So like that energy is great. We're all going to be like, yes, let's just move forward. Like I'm energized. I got this. I'm heading towards my destination. But I want you to know that if you've been doing all the planning, if you gassed up the car before you left, if you did all the things that you were supposed to do that were right, and you get to your destination and it still doesn't look like you thought it would look, that is okay. Look for the glory. The glory. Because the destination, the goal might not give what it was supposed to have gave. Let's just be honest. It just might not. but can you find the glory in yourself? Can you find the celebrations in the everydayness? Can you find those still waters that nourish you? Can you celebrate how you have triumphed from 2022 and got right where you are? Right where you needed to be. Glory to glory to glory. You can define what that glory is for yourself. You can define that. I spoke about deception. 7 can also be a number of deception. So I want us to be mindful of the ways in which we have picked up other people's lies, other people's narratives, things that are not true about us, things that people have said that will make us want to hop off the chariot and just sit in the desert. Those deceptions. How can we release those coming up this year? What are the ways in which we have taken on narratives and stories and beliefs about ourselves and our abilities because we are not operating correctly in this capitalist society that says, I gotta go, 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 go. And it's all about speed. Speed does not guarantee success. How quickly you get there does not make you more successful. That's not success. What is success for me is that you hop in your chariot, you stay present to the moment that you're in, this liminal space where opportunities and miracles can breed. You stay in flow with spirit. You stay in touch with your emotions and your body and your spirits. So when you get to that glory spot, you come with your wholeness, the full essence of yourself. Because it don't matter when you get there as long as you get there whole. That's what I want for you. That's what I want for me. One other thing I want to point out about this. Now it's probably some, I saw my coach in here and I see some other people from CWSA. So y'all might know. Y'all might actually know. So what I was going to say, I said I have some tarot scholars in here. So I know that there's probably some people who know the answer. But I always thought it was interesting that the Sphinx that are in front of the chariot, they're not on all fours. They're not like how you driving a chariot, but you're not even chilling. And so like that just did something for my soul because it showed me that even in your forward motion, you can do it at ease. What they say in the Wiz, ease on down the road. You're still moving, but you can ease your way down the road. And I thought that was encouraging because, like I said, we can get caught up in the energy of the chariot because the chariot is like they're energized, they're focused, they're determined, they're like, let's go, which is beautiful. And how can you ease your way down the road? How can we allow our guides to show us you can move forward and you can be kind to yourself? You can move forward and you can listen to your body. You can move forward and do all the things that you need to do. But remember, the goal is to get to that next glory spot in your wholeness, in the fullness of your essence. We want you to be well. Okay. All right. So that is the little message about 2023. I'm really excited about the year of the chariot. I hope you are too after hearing a little bit about that.